What is the story that you're telling yourself about stress in your life? We often have an old habitual dialogue and sort of reasoning as to the role that stress plays in our lives and the relationship that we have with stress. As Hans Selye says, it's not stress that kills us, it's our reaction to it. I expand on that saying and add on, it's also our relationship with stress. For many years, I believed that stress served me. I believed that it enabled me to do my best work, to show up, to meet, deadlines, deliver work that was impactful. But I'd taken it too far. I'd used that stress and everything I thought it meant and supported me in to the extent that it no longer served me in its current format. I needed to really call out the role that stress was playing in my life, and flip the script on stress. And really what I had to understand is that we can't get rid of stress in our lives. It's a natural reaction that does serve us if we're in danger or we need to meet a deadline. But we can't constantly stay in that hyper state of stress. Too many of us have normalized a state of stress in our lives to the extent that we've kept our nervous systems in that state of fight or flight or potentially freeze. And what that then does when we normalize and live in a permanent state of stress for almost 70% of our days is that it tends to take a massive toll, not only on our nervous systems, our energy, our resilience, but also our long-term health. And a Vogel study that was performed a few years ago found that when we live in a normalized and constant state of stress, which most of us do, we shut down everything else in our body other than immediate survival. In my case, my digestion went completely out of whack. Basically, I couldn't even, go through a day without having to unbutton my jeans due to the bloating and discomfort, cramps and pain that I really experienced permanently. And it wasn't until I really got to the foundation of my health issues, which really sat within this constant state of stress, which was having an impact on my nervous system constantly, keeping me locked into the state of fight or flight in my autonomic nervous system, that effectively drove my nervous system into what they refer to as a state of freeze. I referred to that as an invisible straitjacket of stress. And I was effectively permanently shackled in to that invisible straitjacket of stress. And as a result, I had to really call out that it was no longer serving me, not when I had to look at the trade-off between what I thought stress was giving me and what it was doing in terms of my health. I knew that I had one opportunity to listen to the wake-up call in my life and make a difference and make a change, to be able to really own the story that I was telling myself about my stress in my life, own that it was no longer serving me, and then take accountability with a lot of kindness and soul and grace for myself to redefine and rewrite that story that I was telling myself about stress in my life. That's what we're really here to do today with you, to really help you understand the story that you're telling yourself about stress in your life, whether or not it's still serving you, and how you want to change or flip the script on that stress story that you're playing on repeat in your life.